Hi, my name is Jaleesa Penn, and today I'm doing my simulated lesson plan for Touro College Intro to Special Education. My lesson plan is for first grade math and teaching subtraction. The title of my lesson is Pete the Cat and His Four Groovy Buttons. It addresses Common Core standards. 1. Use addition and subtraction within 20 to solve word problems involving situations of adding to, taking from, putting together, taking apart, and comparing with unknown in all positions. 3. Apply properties of operations as strategies to add and subtract. 4. Understand subtraction as an unknown add-in problem. 5. Relate counting to addition and subtraction. My focus question is, how do we subtract? My learning targets for students are, students will be able to solve simple subtraction problems, subtract numbers using 10 objects to represent the equation, use appropriate mathematical language such as minus, take away, subtract, equal to, equation. Also, identify subtraction problems in their daily lives. Okay, I will have on the board, I have my title posted, my Common Core standards posted, my focus question posted, my student targets, and so for the lesson, students will be using, of course, the text, which is a book by Eric Litwin called Pete the Cat and His Four Groovy Buttons. Students will first listen to the book on tape, and then we will reread it going through each equation. The supplies we will be using is the book, a smart board. Students will also be given packages of 10 buttons and also a worksheet that will be completed in pairs of 2. So now I will introduce the lesson to the students. Good morning, boys and girls. Today in math, we will be learning subtraction. Can anyone tell me what they think subtraction is? I will now allow time for the students to just come up with their own opinion of what they think subtraction is, giving me a little insight of their thinking. We will go over the academic terms, which is the definition of subtraction. Okay, boys and girls, subtraction is taking something away from the other. For example, if I have 3 cookies and one of my friends asks me for a cookie, I decide to share one of my cookies and give it to my friend. I now have 2 cookies. I took one of my cookies away and I'm left with 2. That is subtraction. And so we'll further discuss subtraction and the other academic terms as well before we get into the lesson. So now I'll introduce the book. Look, boys and girls, I found this cool book that I think everyone in this class will love. It's a cool book, and it lets us do some dance and movement to it, and it has a really cool, cute song as well. But before we start reading the book, I'm going to do a shake and shimmy stretch exercise. I want everyone to stand up and shake and shimmy and get all of those jitters out. I incorporated this stretch and shimmy move just to help the students get those jitters out and give them a little break, let them get some of the energy and tension out, and also to help them refocus and actually pay attention while the book is playing. We will now go over the book.
Pete the cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My buttons, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons, my buttons, my buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 3. 4 minus 1 equals 3. song. My buttons, my buttons, my three groovy buttons. My buttons, my three groovy buttons. My buttons. Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Did Pete cry?
And I will allow the students, of course, to fully listen to the tape and go through the book. Once the students have listened to the tape, we will go through the book again, going over each problem. I will break each problem down, giving them, starting off with the use of a lot of verbal prompts and cues just to help them develop the answers. So to start with, how many buttons does Pete have on his shirt? 1, 2, 3, 4. And the class will be counting with me, of course. Oh no! One of Pete's buttons has popped off. Let's count how many buttons are left. 3. 1, 2, 3. So the equation would be, boys and girls, 4 minus 1 equals 3. Pete had 4 buttons on his shirt, but one of them popped off, and now he's left with 3. And so we'll go through each problem, and as I said, I will slowly reduce and remove the use of so many verbal cues and so many verbal prompts, and just allow the students to develop their own answers and use critical thinking and solve the problems on their own. So once we go through the problems through the book, I will now do the smartboard activity, which will be a Pete the Cat shirt, and it'll be up to 10 buttons, and we'll choose certain amount of buttons and go through each problem, removing certain amount of buttons that popped off. So for example, we'll put 5 buttons on the shirt. Oh no, Bob, how many buttons do you want to pop off? And let's say he tells me 2. We'll pop 2 buttons off and go through it that way. Of course, we'll expand up until 10 since this is an introduction lesson. Once the students have gone through the smartboard activity, we will do another shake and shimmy movement to help them refocus and prepare themselves to do their group work activity. Students will be given a package of buttons, 10 buttons in each package, and they will have a worksheet to complete. They will work together collaboratively to complete this and answering the questions, and also creating their own problem with the buttons and the amount of buttons that they want on the shirt. We will review the worksheet together as a class, and students will be called up to the board to answer select questions and also provide their equation that they came up with. Once we have reviewed the lesson, we will close out the lesson. I will ask a lot of open-ended questions to get the students thinking and allow them to come up with the conclusion for the lesson. Okay, boys and girls, so what did we learn today in math? I will allow the students to answer, of course, and even develop some group discussions, allowing each one of them to respond to each other and further elaborate. We'll also go over the terms, the academic terms that we use, and I will ask certain students the definitions of subtraction, take away, minus, equal to, and equation as well. And now I'll also ask the students their opinion. What was your favorite part of the lesson? And also, what are some daily subtraction problems we have in our daily lives? And so forth. Throughout the week, the students will be giving homework, and we'll also further and elaborate the subtraction process as we continue through our subtraction unit. And that is my first grade math subtraction lesson. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.